Hey, blessed babies. I am back from vacation. Yay. I know that you guys have been well because I have been keeping my spiritual eyes on you. Blessings to you all. Blessings to all of my new subscribers, old subscribers, and viewers. Whether you subscribe or not. Blessings to you all from Big Mama Blessed Dina. So, just before I hop into this reading, I have a few of you who did reach out to me to join the blockbuster ceremony that I'm going to do next Wednesday, and I'm so excited about that. I know that I told everyone that you have up until today so that I can have time to order materials, but after I went shopping today, I realized I have pretty much everything I need except for knowing how many candles I'll need. And I'll probably have to get some more of those. So instead of the cutoff being today, I'll say you guys have until Monday if you want to participate in the road opening ceremony that we will be doing next Wednesday. I'm so excited. I've actually really grown fond of doing group ceremonies because I love when you guys follow up with me and tell me about how they affected you. So I'm excited about it. I like the fact that so many people at one time can be affected instead of, one person at a time. So I think that's really neat. I'm grateful for being in the position to be able to facilitate other people's prayers and petitions and things like that. I'm grateful for that ability to be able to do that. So it's election day. Woohoo. I know a lot of you are amped up, pumped up, excited, and all of that. I'm going to do this reading on Douglas EmHoff, better known as Kamala Harris's husband. And should I call her Kamala Harris EmHoff? Because that's her husband's last name. I'm sure she took it legally, but and maybe she didn't, due to her career stature. But anyways, I just want to see the energy surrounding him. When I was thinking about who or what I was going to do a reading on 5 minutes ago, he came up under my nose. His scent, before I even knew his name, his scent, because I'm looking at his name now, I had to pull him up to do this. But something under my nose said Kamala Harris's husband. So I'm just going to call him up and... Sorry, I'm looking at this strength card that was flipped up. Very interesting. Methinks that this woman tames this lion because the lion is in control. At any given moment, this lion can devour this woman, but she gracefully tames him without even being afraid. His tongue is out like he's licking her like a little puppy, but he's not a puppy. He's a lion. He thinks one does the bidding for the other. He thinks one is the power behind the other. But Most High Mother and Father God, thank you for this Tuesday. Thank you for this platform, YouTube, for giving me the opportunity to share my gift with so many people. And thank you for the people that I share it with. Please, Most High Mother and Father God, allow me to conjure up the soul, the spirit of Douglas EmHoff. Douglas EmHoff. Douglas EmHoff. Douglas EmHoff. Douglas, come here. Douglas EmHoff. Douglas EmHoff. Douglas EmHoff, come here. Douglas, speak to me. Douglas EmHoff. Who are you? Who are you, Douglas EmHoff? What is that I see going on with your spirit here? You are a very, 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 very interesting man. I don't even feel comfortable in your energy, in your spirit. But calm down. I command and compel you to sit the fuck down. Whomever and whatever accompanies you, you have no power here. Do you understand? You must go. Leave Douglas EmHoff, but you must go now. Douglas EmHoff, what is going on with you currently? Are you ascending with your wife? Will you remain just an attorney, or will you ascend? What's going on with you now? And speak to me from your soul, and I compel you to speak the truth. Douglas EmHoff, you're not that bad without that little thing you brought with you. Douglas, at this moment, Douglas actually isn't sure which way this is going to go. But I'm not sure I'm reading this Two of Wands correctly. So I'm going to come back. Challenging is Trump here. Things that he said. Even though it's in the challenging position, I feel like it's more of a challenge to Trump and not Douglas here. And maybe not what he has said, but what he might say if he loses. The challenge also has something to do with something Trump did when he was in office. Now, my spirit says gagged, whether it's placed gag orders on certain people. I don't believe that. I mean, he gagged certain people, displaced them, locked them up, took them out of their positions. These people were allies of Douglas and his wife. And the concern, methinks, is undoing what Trump did, but unassumingly. Douglas's purpose is to remain unassuming. There's still some concern here with Trump, even currently, maybe because the votes haven't come in. There could be some last minute switcheroos going on. I'm almost certain of the fact that there are some last minute, allegedly, in my opinion, according to my imagination, switcheroos going on. In the past, Douglas was limited to what he could do, even though Douglas was anxious to do more. But him seemingly being in that position is now in the past. And I only say that because that's the King of Wands energy. Two of Cups in reverse in the near future. Now, why would I think that Kamala and her husband were breaking up? I don't know if that's going to happen. If it does happen and we don't see it publicly, there may be no more need to carry on some type of charade or image, maybe, in the near future for Douglas. There is some relationship that he has that will come to an end. Douglas could have someone else. This would be very, very, very much known to Kamala, his wife, if this is the case. And I say that because if Kamala wins, he may not be able to carry on whatever this Two of Cups relationship is. And I know that he's a married man, so but I don't know why Kamala and her husband would get a divorce in the near future, or break up or separate. Now, it could be them. And if it's not Kamala and her husband, it's Douglas and some relationship that he has that will come to an end in the near future. And it might be because they ascend to a new position and a new level, and he can't carry on like this unassumingly anymore because he may have a new position. Crowning is, I believe this to be the black vote. And because it's in reverse, methinks Douglas especially, and I'm only doing this reading on Douglas, but because he's the husband of Kamala, I have to feel like they feel the same. And the only way they wouldn't is if this is Kamala and her husband breaking up in the near future. She may not need him anymore. But I don't think that he's a fan of the black delegation, of the black community. I think that it's crowning him because in the past, there was never a need for black people to en masse support Kamala. Methinks that early on in the campaign somewhere, they realized that Kamala had a disconnect with the black community when it came to voters. No matter how much fanfare there was online in the past, I think that a lot of black people secretly voted for Trump, even people who said that they didn't. And I think that was a concern this time, which is why there was such a heavy pandering to the black community, all facets of it, black men, mothers, you name it. And the heavy reliance on the entertainment community, the Black entertainment community, because they have such an influence on the Black community. I think that when they ran the numbers early for Kamala, it wasn't adding up to the social fanfare. I don't think that she had a lot of good approval ratings or whatever they call it with Black people. But she figured it out. And the reason was because of her time as a prosecutor. So the issue was she wasn't doing strong in her initial run, even maybe as the VP, because I don't believe that she was fully nominated. I think that because of something that happened, whatever happened, she didn't have the numbers with the Black delegation because of her time as a prosecutor. There is currently some masterminding and manipulation going on to make sure that Trump does not win. This is Trump because it's a Gemini card, the Magician card. I would say that there could definitely be some manipulation going on the other side, but me thinks heavily on this side over here. Everything that can be employed, whether it's legal or not, is employed to make sure Trump does not win any kind of votes, because they just can't risk it. Whether votes wholly matter or not, there's a factor to it that can't completely be overlooked. This is heavy manipulation. And if it was in the external energy, I would say that this was Trump doing this. And he's doing this more heavily to them. But because it's in Douglas's current action positions, and this isn't even heavy manipulation just to keep Trump out of office. It's the reason why Trump can't be in office. And the Magician in reverse is a master manipulator. But I'll come back and clarify that. External energy is that Trump is not going to win. There's no way he can. Methinks. That's just what it feels like. I won't say Trump. I would say there is a challenge, a definite challenge to someone winning. This could be Kamala. Because the challenge is the Jewish community and how they will continue to be able to carry on their business. So I won't even predict that. I won't say that there's no chance of Trump winning. I'll say the concern with this election is rather the Jewish. And anytime I read someone Jewish and I see pentacles, I know that this is a Jewish factor because they have the money and because of the pentagram, the Star of David on the pentacle on the card. The concern is that in a previous administration, they had some challenges carrying on with their affairs in the U.S. And that is why there is such a strong push for Trump not to get back, because he doesn't play fair with the Jewish control system. He doesn't play the way they like to play. He doesn't play with them that much. Hopes and fears, obviously, is that him and his wife don't have to go anywhere. But they also want to completely undo whatever Trump and his first lady or whatever Trump and his administration done. The hope is to get in there and completely undo it, because he tore down some sort of tower. And you guys have heard me in my readings before when you get it confused that I'm pro-Trump. I'm not. But I like what he did with them and toppling their tower, because it wasn't a tower that was conducive for us. But they want to rebuild it. The High Priestess in reverse. Now, I will say, I believe that this is a Madam President on this card, and her interracial marriage. But because this is the High Priestess, the question I want to ask is, what will be kept hidden from us during this High Priestess outcome? Because it's in reverse. So that's always, always not just secrets, but scheming and plotting. I got this card with Andrew and Natasha. Scheming and plotting. This gives me in reverse a wolf in sheep's clothing. I digress. On the bottom, the death card. I see attempts. The hope and the plan was that Trump wouldn't even make it to elections, and that this union here would go in smoothly. But this 10 of Swords, this murder plot, is in reverse. So this person here that was meant to bleed out survived. And this attempt planned to not leave the White House. And this attempt was futile. Just because of the 7 of Pentacles. It's doing work and only getting a small reward, but you still have to toil. Something's wrong with this garden because you only got 1 pentacle from it. You have to go back to the 8 of Pentacles and still build to get to the 10 of Pentacles. So you stopped and thought that you had to do something in order to get a result that you already had. And all of this was for nothing. I would like to start with the High Priestess in reverse. Spirit, talk to me. Or Douglas, talk to me about this High Priestess in reverse. Oh, it just wanted to fall out of my lap. What is this High Priestess in reverse for your outcome, Douglas EmHoff? A whole new world, a whole new life. A whole new opportunity for the Jewish community to rebuild. This could be, now I don't know if this is them leaving the White House. It could be them leaving and having to start over somewhere else because they're not elected. Or this could be them leaving their current quarters and their current lifestyle of relative secrecy. He will now, I believe, be the first husband. As the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. If it was the King of Cups, then he would be the president. A knight. His wife here, big dog. Big dog, mala, mala, mala. All right. The Magician in reverse. What are you doing here? What are you guys doing here? Ooh, I wanted to fall out. Judgment. I see judgments. Some judgments made against some peoples. Why is the Magician in reverse here, Douglas EmHoff? Jail. Their attempt to jail Trump. It wasn't clean. Most of those charges were piled up on him right before election season. Some of them were trumped up on Trump. And the beef was that Trump jailed some of their people. He thinks Trump had a lot to do with Epstein. And some of the other ones, Jewish ones that went down, Weinstein, all of those. Trump was coming for them, the Jews in power, and they came back for him once they could, by hook or by crook, allegedly. Children and mothers. This is a long history of missing women and children in the U.S. for generations, decades. The question is, what happened to them? It seems as though Trump feels like these people have something to do with something dealing with missing, murdered, abused, or whatever, women and children going back into time, since their time here, allegedly. You guys aren't going to like this, but I will say that Kamala is not a very warm lady. Here she is as the Queen of Swords, being a prosecutor and locking bitches up left and right. And this is a woman, she's not ashamed of her position. She's not ashamed of the laws that she upholds. In fact, she wholly agrees with them. The Queen of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords, this is just not a very warm, nurturing individual. Not nice, actually. It would be worse if this was in reverse. This would be a mad woman. But this woman laid down the law with no sense of compassion. No sense of compassion either, even for these victims, these people that she was supposed to oversee at the borders. Let me look into this Queen of Cups in reverse. Does she have children? I see that situation. I see someone abandoning a position and then taking down the people that she used to run with. The moment she became VP, actually, the moment she got into that position of power, and it seems like in my spirit, I want to say the moment she found out she was going to be selected to run for president, she had to abandon the border, abandon her buddies, and start taking them down. Because she had a bigger plan, a bigger picture. She knew what was coming for her. She couldn't be associated with the things and the people that she was, while the Jewish community was benefiting and running things. It's like the Jewish community runs in the entertainment industry, all of it. And so when Trump got in office and started coming for them, that fucked up the church's money. She got into a position of power as the VP. And while she, it doesn't seem like when she became VP, she knew that she was going to be president off rip. But very soon in her VP hood, she found out. And then Operation Clean this shit up so that we can rebuild it. But you can't rebuild it on a tower that Trump toppled. He had already started toppling the tower, so they have to rebuild it with fresh people now because the old people have been taken down. So that's why I believe that she's behind the current takedown These people we can afford to take down, but at the same time, I have to clean up some shit. I have to clean up my shit, and I have to unassumingly rebuild things. Unassumingly rebuild things the way they were. But me thinks Diddy knows. He may be holding hope. Yeah, these are accusations against, right now we're seeing against the black community, because they don't hold any power. And Trump was coming for the ones who held the power. And now we're all aware and woke with all the Me Too and stuff. So they have to continue cleaning it up, or making it seem like they're cleaning it up. But the people that they're taking down aren't the people that enable it or empowered it or ran it or controlled it. So you guys, the Diddies and all you black guys, you guys are patsies. You're the fall guys for the ones who really run it, so that no more of them have to get caught up in things. Not the ones that can't afford to be touched. Because if you let Trump back in office, and this is Trump with all these swords, because he's a Gemini, he's going to come for the right ones. Trump never really had beef with these black celebrities. I was born in '87. I remember how popular Trump was until he decided to run for president. He was, he was cool with the black community. I was there. But I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just reading what I see in this card. I want to read this present position. Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands in reverse. And I just may end it there. This man will be running the show. This man will have just as much power and influence. Remember, I showed y'all the Knight of Cups behind the outcome. Oh no, I want to read this Two of Cups and see who you're breaking up with. I read the Knight of Cups as the outcome behind the High Priestess in reverse. Some manipulation going on with this couple. It would seem as though he's only the first husband to the first lady, if that's the outcome. But present position behind this unassuming plan is the King of Cups, the big dog. I said, when I saw the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, I said if this was the King of Cups, then it would be him being president. But here's the King of Cups in his present position behind the Two of Pentacles. So whatever we see going on, even if Kamala and her husband win this election tonight, in his present position, it's in reverse, because he will be the big dog. We will finally have a Jewish president. Here's the Strength card, and he won't really have to tiptoe behind Kamala anymore, because this is now in reverse, in the present position. And this is why I didn't feel comfortable with his energy. Did I say that this was a very powerful? No, I said interesting man, but what I wanted to say was powerful. I just wanted to wait and to see. You Negroes beware. You Negroes in Hollywood, because the more of you will go down so that they don't. You Negroes in Hollywood, now's a good time to come and talk to me. And not just talk to me about consultation, but start getting services. You're going to need them. Not saying that y'all ain't guilty, because y'all was enjoying being house Negroes. And now Massa said y'all got to take the fall for the mess that we allowed to go on the plantation. because it's our plantation. Y'all call me, get consultations, and start getting services to defend yourself or protect yourself, because more of you. You got to pay to play now. And if you ain't got the money to pay, you can go down. You can go down. I see all y'all celebrities was endorsing that campaign and donating and all of that. What was behind those donations? Please, 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 please. I'll pay my dues. I'm still down. Nine of Wands. Douglas, tell me, is it these Negroes? Douglas, is it the Negroes? It's the Negroes. They're going to continue plucking you guys off and make you fight for your freedom so that the people believe that the men behind all the bad stuff in the world are taken down. And it was the black ones. But y'all ain't even got enough money to pay to play with the Jews. That's why y'all going down. So how y'all gonna run it? How y'all gonna run this stuff? Y'all is just enjoying it. All of you celebrities, any of y'all can get it. Not just the black ones. They're currently under siege now, but any of y'all can get it. Black ones, white ones, hip-hop ones, not hip-hop ones, entertainment ones, business ones, fashion ones. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pay the piper. If you still have an opportunity, because some of you guys are useless now. They're going to continue tossing you to the wolves, honey. Because of something Trump started. Here's Trump. Because of something he started and they have to clean up. Look at what Douglas thinks about this man. He survived the hitters. Now, why is this in Douglas's energy? You guys want to tell me why y'all was trying to take this man out? To keep him from winning an election by hook or by crook on his own? The moment Kamala publicly accepted the nomination, Trump, that's when they started planning to take you out. They didn't want to chance it. And Trump was coming for the right ones. He was coming for the ones that run it. But he's already set this ball in motion, so they kind of have to keep it going. You're not a nice man either. Allegedly. You're not a nice man. Not even to your wife, I don't think. According to my imagination of these cards. You call the shots with no consideration. You run this. Your wife is just in the position. You run her. And any decision she makes, this man... Because I'm looking into this. This man is you guys' new president. I'm telling you. And let me look into the King of Cups and I'll end it here. I don't even care about the Two of Cups anymore in his near future. The first Jewish president. Trump and all your people, you guys better beware. If this is Trump getting into office, Kamala getting into office. And you celebrities. It seems a lot of you celebrities voted for Trump. Whether you publicly wanted it to be known or not, you did. This feels like a vendetta. There was also some reliance on celebrity culture to help Kamala win this election. Because Kamala didn't have a lot of approvals in a lot of things. Rather, the media and social media says this or not, it seems that when it came down to it, there was some mishandling of funds that hurt the economy. Now, this is behind this. So, this could be that Trump's... Remember, you guys, I told you that the black market fuels our regular economy. And when Trump came for the black market, it was one of the factors that hurt the economy now. There is a need to get the black market back up and running. Two of Cups in the near future. I'll just see what that is. Five of Pentacles in reverse. The Fool in reverse. The Chariot. This man has a woman from his community that he's with. A Jewish woman. Allegedly. But in the near future, he may have to break that off with her. Because he can't risk being caught with her in this new Chariot position. Again, another Pentacle. This is a woman from his community. Seems like an affair, but methinks Kamala knows. They can't openly be together because of Mr. and Mrs. President. Allegedly. But lady, you will not go away with nothing. You guys could still sneak off and see each other from time to time. A la Scandal, Fitz and Olivia. And you will be paid very well for the duration. If this is what I'm saying, for the duration of this man's presidency. Because you seem to be who his heart longs for. Because you are of his kind. Kamala seems to be the vehicle to get this man into a more powerful position, allegedly. Congratulations to whomever wins. Good luck to you all. Love you guys. Bye.